Okay. So now we hit our set. We're going to go ahead and standard bet the turn here, 12.25, so 750. We limped pre-flop and we hit our set, and we're going to lay down a bet, try to get as most value as we can out of it. We get called by Super Jempi, and another call. The deuce is a good card for us. If everyone had a draw and hasn't already hit the draw, we'll probably get a nice set of value. So I'm going to go ahead and value bet the turn. I'm actually going to make it look like I'll value bet 3,400 and 1850 is going to be the bet. We're going to value bet the turn because I think we got the best hand here. I don't think anyone has a draw or anything that they can come over the top of us with. And he folds. He mucks it. Obviously, we had the best hand. Okay, we pick up the pocket aces in the big blind. Pump daddy over here, and he's going to call. And a button folds. Small blind. He's thinking. He's going to fold. So what we're going to do with one limper, we're going to type in the big blind over here, 300, and we're going to make it 1125. And he calls us. Okay, we don't improve on the board, but what we're going to do is go ahead and just continuation bet. Makes us look weak. 1680. Might entice him to come over the top. And he does call. Okay, the king's out there. Well, if he calls a bet on the flop, I'm going to go ahead and bet the turn. So, the pot's 6,200. I'm going to standard bet the turn. It's going to be 3,800. As you can see, it's pretty much half our stack. So we're definitely pot committing ourselves with this turn bet here. I don't think we have to worry about a flush draw. We do have the ace of clubs, meaning that's one less club that's actually out there on the board. He might actually release it. He might put me on the king. He's either on a really big draw or he's got the jack. He does call. Nah. When the draw hits, I'm gonna go ahead and block bet the turn, just because I don't want him to come over the top of me here. 4,000 ups. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to go ahead and jam. Hope he doesn't have it. And it doesn't look like he has the flush. He is taking some time to call. I'll put him on the jack, something like maybe possibly ace jack, maybe can't be king jack, maybe jack 10. He definitely doesn't have the flush. And he does call ace jack. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we double up. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so we pick up the pocket aces under the gun. We're going to go ahead and type in the big blind. Gives it to us, the raise is 524. As you can see, we're a little beepy thing. You don't have to really worry about that. You still have plenty of time after it beeps, so you can even possibly turn that thing off. And so what we're doing here, we're just going to wait and see what happens. Okay, we flop trips. For deceptive purposes, we're going to check it. And hopefully, maybe he'll come out and try to bet out this. And he does not. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and standard bet the turn here. Try to get some value out of this hand. We're going to bet 830. Doing that, and he flat calls me. Alright, so right here we can assume we have the best hand, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and value bet the river. 3,008, we're going to bet 1,690. A value bet is a bet that I think that he'll call. I think that he'll call it. So we're going to bet it. 1,630. And hopefully he'll either call or come over the top of us. Chang on Joe, and he calls Value City. Value City. You see it in here, www.pokerbetter.com. Okay, here's a case where we're gonna go through a hand history replayer and see what happened. See what happens with the poker better, how it helps us through the hand. This guy raised it 3,000. What we're gonna do over here is we're gonna flat call, and the flop comes out 8, 9, 10. So what we do is we pick up an open ender and bottom pair. So now what I was originally intending to do was to be check calling his bet and then betting out on the turn, in kind of a bluff type deal. But what happened was I checked and he checked, and then what I did was I went over here, and since I caught my jack, it's very trappy board here. I'm gonna go out and bet it. So 8,300 I typed in right over here, and the turn standard bet. 83.25 is the pot, so 51.37. So our raise, so we bet 51.25. As you can see, poker better gives you a general number. Doesn't have to be exact, but we bet that out, and he calls us. And then what we're gonna do now, the ace comes out. Now we gotta try to figure out if we're beat, if he has a flush, if he has a queen, we're beat. So what we're gonna do is, for information, we're gonna go ahead and block bet. Now block betting is if you're on the river and you're really not sure if you have the hand or not. It's always better to bet what you want as a size, like sizing the bet a little bit lower, as opposed to checking and then have him betting or going all in and not knowing what to do. So on the river we block bet here. The pot's 18,575, and we're gonna make it. It tells us to bet 5,900. We go ahead and make it 5,000, just to gain some information. It could be for value as well. And he folded, so hopefully maybe he laid down a queen and thought we had a flush. I'm not sure, but I think betting there is the best option, and we take it down.